Have you ever dreamed of starting a business in paradise? Well, it's not just a dream. The Bahamas is not only a tropical paradise, but also a business-friendly destination that welcomes entrepreneurs from all over the world. In this video, we'll show you the steps you need to take to start a business in the Bahamas, from registering your company to getting the necessary permits and licenses. You'll also hear from local business owners who have successfully launched their ventures in the Bahamas and get their advice on what it takes to succeed. So if you're ready to turn your dream of starting a business in paradise into a reality, stay tuned for our guide on starting a business in the Bahamas. Dear friend, I am so excited to hear that you're considering starting a business abroad. It's a challenging and rewarding experience that can bring many opportunities for growth and success. As someone who has been through this journey before, I want to share my experiences and offer some advice that I hope will help you along the way. Starting a business abroad can be daunting, but it's important to remember that it's also an adventure. It's an opportunity to learn about new cultures, meet new people, and challenge yourself in ways you never thought possible. As an entrepreneur, you're already equipped with the skills and mindset to succeed in this new venture. One piece of advice I'd like to offer is to embrace the local culture and immerse yourself in it. It's important to understand the unique nuances of the market you're entering and how your product or service can fit into it. This requires an open mind, a willingness to learn, and the ability to adapt to new situations. Another important aspect to consider is building relationships with local partners and stakeholders. This can help you navigate the local market, overcome language barriers, and build trust with your customers. Networking is key, and it's important to put in the effort to build genuine relationships with those around you. My journey as an entrepreneur has been filled with ups and downs, but the one constant has been my passion for what I do. It's important to remember that starting a business is not just about making money. It's about creating something meaningful and impactful. When you're passionate about your work, it shines through and inspires others to join you on your journey. In summary, starting a business abroad can be an incredible opportunity for growth and success. Embrace the local culture, build relationships with local partners, and stay true to your passion. With hard work and determination, I have no doubt that you'll achieve great things. Starting a business in an unfamiliar country involves confronting various distinctive hurdles, such as dealing with dissimilar cultural practices, complying with diverse regulations, and managing other related matters that come in between. In the current economic climate, it has become necessary for companies to establish a global presence in the market by launching their businesses in other countries. There could be various reasons behind this move, such as accessing a vibrant local market or talent pool, or leveraging a constant flow of imports and exports between the company's home country and the target location by setting up a physical presence there. Regardless of the motivation behind this expansion, it is important to keep certain factors in mind when opening a business in a foreign country. To provide guidance in this regard, we have gathered insights from employers who have undergone similar experiences and synthesized their recommendations into some key takeaways. Know the cultural norms. This may be obvious, but it bears repeating. Doing things the way you do things in your own country won't always mesh well with the cultural norms in your new office. People work together differently. Charlie Marchant, a general manager at Exposure Ninja, a UK-based digital marketing agency, talked about her experiences working with employees based in Asia. As she says, those employees tend to avoid asking questions to managers and are more indirect in sharing their feedback and concerns. In comparison, Charlie says, our British and European teams are much more likely, and this is a behavior we encourage, to question and give feedback to the management team. To a lesser extent, she pointed out cultural differences in the way American and British colleagues work together. Often in American culture and schools, you're rewarded for speaking up and sharing your opinions and ideas, even if you may not necessarily have new insights to add. Whereas in British culture, we tend to be more introverted and quieter with our opinions in group settings, preferring to share feedback more openly in smaller groups or one-on-one. Charlie noted that none of these are right or wrong, or better or worse. It's more important, she adds, to understand the nuances of their team members' communication and ways of working to ensure they're getting the feedback and input they need from them, and that they feel confident and comfortable giving it. Yuval Shalev, currently co-founder and CRO of Hunters, has an extensive track record in penetrating new markets and territories across Europe, the Middle East, and Africa in previous capacities. One such instance called for expansion to Romania, where Yuval noted the stark differences in managerial culture, which led to issues between teams, listing examples such as micromanagement and favoritism. While those aren't necessarily indicative of Romanian culture, Yuval's challenge was to remedy that without looking like his company was trying to fix the culture. His solution in the end was to standardize operating procedures across cultures, but more so, train staff to communicate performance feedback differently. Romanian culture is proud and steeped in tradition, so any issues had to be addressed carefully and diplomatically. We shifted to a constructive criticism format to foster a positive, productive workspace. Local values differ a little or a lot. Polly Kay, currently a marketing manager at UK-based blinds manufacturer English Blinds, made what she called some major errors in establishing a previous company's presence in the Middle East. My greatest personal mistake involved picking one of our most popular product lines in the US to offer to our Dubai audience, a branded product featuring a cartoon pig. I knew that the largely Muslim Dubai community didn't eat pork, obviously, but it never occurred to me that this would also translate as not wanting to have anything to do with pigs in general, including children's toys. I was then left with 2 shipping containers worth of stock that was worthless within the target market, and that I had to offload across more appropriate areas of the company serving other markets. Christina McDougall, who works at Artemis Canada Inc. in recruiting for American startups expanding to Canada, is quick to remind readers of the nuanced differences between the 2 countries beyond their obvious similarities in culture and language. In Canada, Christina says, there is a sense of collaboration and mutual success that can be a surprise for tech companies based in Silicon Valley. She adds, Canadian tech companies typically help each other, working together to compete with global companies. This also impacts recruitment, making it a delicate business, Christina says. One of the things that foreign-owned companies are surprised with is the need to be an active part of this community, giving back through participation in local philanthropy and arts and culture, and also lifting up the local startup and tech community with education-oriented events and mentoring will help these companies to be embraced. Christina also warns of aggressive recruitment, which may rub Canadians the wrong way. Companies need to consider how they are developing the local skill base and also avoid overtly predatory practices, targeting entire dev teams or blatantly offering inflated salaries that would upset the local ecosystem would make you appear a parasite. However large or small the cultural differences are, do your homework and learn about what works and what doesn't work in the new environment you're about to operate in. It's no accident that locals appreciate it when you make the effort to work with them in their language, be that in words, gestures, culture, gesticulations, feedback, commentary, conflict, or anything else. Employee motivations count no matter what. One thing remains consistent. People are people everywhere. They're motivated by many of the same things regardless of background, culture, language, etc. This includes benefits, perks, and other potential motivators in the workplace. Yuval noted that stock options and tools for career development are effective. Good employees are interested in growing, so I encourage them to move between departments. We adjusted salaries to the highest tier of the local market rate and made an effort to understand cultural norms. If a post-lunch nap is common for the culture, embrace it. Set parameters, of course, but something about it must be working. Ted Rollins, founding partner and chairman of Vallejo Group, which develops and builds student and senior housing communities in the U.S. and Europe, attested to growth opportunity as a universal motivator while adhering to your core company values. Adapt to and blend in the various cultural values and norms, but do not stray from your core. Let the energy and passion lead the process and keep people at the center of what you do, and the international distinctions become less challenging. The need to fulfill a requirement or solve a problem often motivates people to create new solutions or ideas. Technology has played a key role in enabling organizations to work more globally, leading to the evolution of existing technologies. For example, communication tools like Slack have allowed remote workers to communicate quickly and efficiently, while video conferencing platforms such as Google Hangouts and Microsoft Zoom enable colleagues to have face-to-face interactions and deliver presentations across different locations. Workable's international presence has also helped companies develop successful hiring strategies across borders. David from Full Stack Labs highlights this, stating, "One of the things that's really nice about Workable is we manage all of our Colombia job postings in the same way we do in the United States. So we go in and we create a new job, we publish it to Indeed and to LinkedIn." He goes on to explain that the same candidate pipeline and hiring process is used for inbound applicants from LinkedIn and Indeed in Colombia as in the United States. Moreover, Workable's sourcing tool has proved useful in finding potential candidates in Colombia. David notes that the tool has a surprisingly good database of candidates in Colombia. Overall, technology has been instrumental in facilitating collaboration and efficiency among organizations, while Workable's international recruitment solution has helped businesses develop a successful hiring strategy across borders. Establishing a company, particularly overseas, is a challenging task. If you are interested in starting a business in a foreign country, continue watching the video for the top 10 steps to get started. 1. Localize your concept, outlook, and goals. It is essential for any business to fully involve themselves in the culture of the community they operate in. Seek out the guidance of a coach or acquaintance in the local community to help you understand the traditions and preferences of the people living there. 2. Learn the language. While it may appear obvious, acquiring proficiency in another language can sometimes be just as challenging as starting a business. However, having basic language skills is better than having none at all. You can improve your language skills outside of formal classes by utilizing various language learning apps or by conversing with people. 3. Analyze the market, both past and present perspective. It's common knowledge among entrepreneurs that researching the competition is crucial before entering a new market. However, don't stop there. Look into 5 companies that failed to penetrate that market. If you don't learn from their mistakes, you're likely to repeat them. 4. Create a new network. When you move to a new country, your existing network may not be as helpful, so you will need to build a new one in the local area. Take advantage of the fact that it is easier to meet new people in a close-knit community where there aren't many expats. 5. Recognize the environment. While some experts, such as Darren Kaiser, argue that setting up a business overseas could be easier, less risky, and more profitable than starting one in your home country, it is better to be prepared for issues rather than relying on everything going smoothly. 6. Determine and calculate expectations. Begin by searching for markets that are similar to the ones you currently serve in the United States or other countries. Look for locations where you can provide your products or services without having to make major changes to comply with local laws or regulations. 7. Establish a budget. Although there are several reasons why businesses fail, one of the most common causes is a shortage of initial capital, which usually stems from entrepreneurs' excessively optimistic projections of revenue and profits. Establishing a new company can be difficult even under the most favorable circumstances, let alone when operations are in a distant location and the market conditions are unstable. 8. Look for a local agent. Having a local agent, attorney, or accountant with knowledge of international law can be beneficial when establishing a physical presence in a foreign country. This can prevent any miscommunication or errors in communication with local authorities that may result in goods being confiscated or the business being shut down. 9. Learn about the international money transfer. Do some research on your choices for sending money abroad. You shouldn't often depend on your banks to transfer and receive money abroad unless you require a specific service. A lot of the time, you are hit with outrageous fees and forced to wait multiple days for the funds to pass and show up in your account. 10. Address logistics problems before opening your store. The infrastructure found in developed nations is absent in many other nations. There could be laws, levies, charges, and trade tariffs that impede the free movement of goods both inside and outside the nation, even in cases when there are no physical barriers to their movement. By following these steps, you can establish a store overseas, so consider every option and establish the shop. Entrepreneurs may face limitations in their home country for various reasons, such as cultural barriers, market saturation, or lack of demand for their product or idea. However, relocating to a foreign country presents a special chance to extend their leadership and share their expertise with a new community. How can you gain a competitive advantage in a foreign country? The key lies in your mindset. When you move to a different country, you encounter a new culture and a different way of life. This presents an opportunity for you. The local people may not be aware of certain problems or may not see solutions because they are too accustomed to their own way of thinking. However, as a foreigner, you have a fresh perspective and can identify innovative paths and ideas to address previously unsolved problems. By moving to a new country, you embark on a new journey that exposes you to new markets and allows you to establish yourself as a leader in your field. If you have a daring personality and are willing to adhere to the guidance we provide, your likelihood of achieving success is higher. 1. Plan ahead and be ready if things don't go according to plan. A common saying in the military is that no plan survives once the battle starts. This is also applicable in the business world. Although you may have spent months or years formulating a plan, the actual situation on the ground in a foreign country may thwart your best-laid plans. It's important to anticipate potential worst-case scenarios and be ready for them. Many individuals fail to do this, which can lead to significant problems when things don't go as expected. 2. Have patience. Familiarity with our own country's rules, language, culture, and peculiarities is a given. However, when we are in a foreign country, we may not be familiar with any of these aspects. The language, culture, and societal characteristics may all differ from what we are used to. Additionally, we may not know how bureaucracy works in this new setting, which could lead to aggravating situations. In such circumstances, patience is key. At the start of your journey, exercising a little patience can go a long way. 3. Be open-minded. Entrepreneurs often possess dynamic and creative personalities, which can be a valuable asset. Being receptive to learning new things can help you approach your work with a positive and proactive mindset, especially in a foreign country. When you move to a new place, there are many things to discover, and having an open mind can be a great advantage. 4. Surround yourself with a great team. Having a competent team of local specialists who are more knowledgeable about the local culture and mentality than you is crucial. I learned this a long time ago, and it holds true in the business world. No matter how skilled or talented you are, you can't succeed alone. You need to collaborate with the right individuals who share your goals and can help you establish and develop your business. When launching a business in a foreign country, having a dependable local team is especially important. Locals possess superior knowledge of the country's cultural and ideological trends, and they can provide advice on what works and what doesn't. As a result, having a local team is an essential asset. 5. Respect the local mentality and culture and be humble. There are times when we may think that our understanding and knowledge is superior to that of the locals, and that we have all the answers. However, this approach is likely to result in failure. The reason being, the people who have lived in that location for their entire lives know better than you do. You may not immediately comprehend their values and cultural traditions. If you approach the situation with an attitude of superiority, you are destined to fail. Instead, it is important to display humility. Allow the new country to teach you what you need to know. Furthermore, learning the local language to the best of your ability is critical, as it will open up a plethora of opportunities for you. 6. Be an ambassador for your own country. While being in a foreign country, you still carry a part of your own country with you. Therefore, it's beneficial to foster good relationships between your home country and the one you're establishing your business in. Any efforts you make towards promoting friendly relations can ultimately contribute to the success of your business. 7. Believe in yourself and bring added value. This is likely the most crucial advice of all. To achieve success in business, you must have faith in it. You must trust that what you're building is valuable and makes a positive contribution to society. Creating a successful business, whether it's local or abroad, is all about adding value while maintaining profitability. However, achieving profitability requires good business sense, some luck, and thorough planning. All of these components must work together seamlessly, like a well-oiled machine. In summary, the key to building a sustainable business in a foreign country is to develop a meticulous plan and follow it through step by step. With careful planning, determination, belief, and personal effort, your business can flourish and thrive. Starting a business abroad takes courage, determination, and a lot of hard work. I have no doubt that you possess all of these qualities and more. Good luck on your new venture.